All right. Oh, God. I'm going to take this down real quick, but since I don't communicate with any of these people behind the scenes, I just wanted to say that I noticed that the criminal who's been stalking me for 10 years just did a live trying to justify filing yet another false CPS report based upon more lies. So you stalked me on the internet for 10 years. Hey, sis, you stalked me on, first of all, I want to say this. I'm not worried about your threats. I just want to make this clear to people, okay? I'm not worried about your threats. You are clearly very mentally ill and you need to be in jail or either locked up in a mental institution. And that's where you're going. And I'm going to tell you why. Let's talk about it. 2015, I'm sorry, 2016. You come in my inbox. I tell you that I'm not interested. All through the year of 2016 and 2017, you're online talking about me all day, every day. Not only that, you're getting other people on the internet, other people that you are acquainted with on the internet to harass and stalk me all day, every day. Now, during this time, I make an attempt to try to build some kind of rapport with you. Remember? Remember? Because I'm thinking maybe this dude is lonely. Maybe this dude has, I don't know. The first time I get on the phone with you, you tell me that you had a dream that we had a baby together. The second time I get on the phone with you, you tell me that you want to come to my house for your birthday. The third time I get on the phone with you, you tell me, well, I tell you that I actually don't want you to come to my house. And you go that night and you have been stalking me ever since based upon that rejection on the phone. When I told you that I was only interested in being friends with you. You have literally and consistently been stalking me every day, every day on the internet, not just on the internet, not just on the internet. You remember when you had your girlfriend come by my house and threaten me? Do you remember in 2018? Because it actually started in 2018. Me and Mike actually met up the end of 2018. Do you remember how you stalked me worse through the whole year of 2019? Every day, you and Cliff, every day because I met up with Mike. You stalked me every day for a year. At that point, I made an announcement that I wanted Mike to leave that sector alone. Me and Mike actually had a discussion about that. Now, listen, if Mike wants to stay in that sector and talk about you in Phoenix and kick it with those people, what does that have to do with me? Nothing. That has nothing to do with me. I have consistently, 2018, I don't want nothing to do with that sector. Every time something would pop off, I would say I want nothing to do with that sector. 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, and today, every day, I am saying I want nothing to do with that sector. You know what the difference is? Have I ever made a song in that sector? Phoenix is on here making songs. Phoenix obviously met up with you so she could stalk me with you. That's the difference. And you gonna come online, hold up. You gonna come online and try to threaten me with some bogus false report and you're trying to obstruct justice? 10 years of stalking, Lamar Wills Sr., and you're going to come online and try to intimidate somebody that you're already stalking. Oh, you're going to jail. If the police come by your house, you filing a real, I'm going, this is what he said. If the police come by my house, I'm filing a real report. Guess what his report was? Based upon a YouTube video. Based upon a YouTube video where in 2016, my lights got turned off and I had to do prepaid service through Georgia Power. Really? Do you realize how long it's been since that happened? You're going to call CPS on me because my lights got turned off in 2016. Do you know how long it's been since then? It's been 8 years since then, boy. And I had to get prepaid light service through Georgia. You're going to call CPS and tell them the real that in 2018 or 19, I said that we needed money for food, for groceries, because you were stalking me online. Boy, you better shut your ass up and sit down somewhere. You're going to jail. Oh, trust me. Trust me. I'm not worried about you. You belong in prison. You are mentally ill. You are totally detached from reality. You are totally detached from reality. Something is wrong with you. Everybody on the internet, especially my following, has been a witness to me saying consistently, I don't want anything to do with that sector. I don't want anything to do with that sector. Would that sector leave me alone? I don't want anything to do with that sector. I don't want anything to do with that sector. And you tell me this, explain me this, riddle me this. How would me threatening to call or reporting you be any different from any time before? I've been reporting you to the police for the past several years. I've been reporting your entire sector for the past several years. Here's the reason why I know that you and most people in that sector are very mentally ill. For some reason, y'all seem to think that just because you're in your own little delusion about what it is that all of you are doing, you seem to think that because it's more than one of you and I'm just one person, you seem to think that everybody hasn't been watching what has been going on for years. You seem to think that the police are not already watching this situation. You seem to not understand that all of your stalking has been documented on the internet. You seem to think that just because you got flagged or took down a video, that it's not there anymore. You are guilty of cyber stalking, terrorizing, and harassment. So I'm not worried about you filing another false CPS report. Add it to the list. Trust me, hon. My house is clean. My refrigerator is filled with food. I have money. My lights are always on. My gas is always on. What are you talking about? You're going to prison, and that's exactly where you belong. That's exactly where you belong. Not to mention the video evidence of your girlfriend showing up at my house. Who are you trying to convince? Are you really this insane? So trust me, I'm not worried about what your threats are. What you need to do, what you needed to do years ago was stop harassing me. And you know what the difference between me and Phoenix is? I'm going to tell you the difference between me and Phoenix. Phoenix is dating you. You are a person that goes live to in your sector because it's your sector, right? Phoenix is with you. She's laughing in the background. She even made a song to bully and harass me online. Have I ever participated in that sector in that way? What are my words to you every time I address you? What do I say to you every time I address you? Leave me alone. I don't want anything to do with this. These people have been stalking me for 10 years. Every time I've been very consistent. So you know what? I don't know if you're trying to convince a troll or if you are just batshit crazy. But trust me, you're going to prison. You going. Not to mention the evidence of all of the petitions. I've done petitions against you and your sector. Petitions on the internet. And what are you going to report to CPS that's real? You sound crazy. You're going to, I'm going to go with the real stuff. The real stuff is crap that we made up on the internet. Stop it. Stop it. You are out of your mind. So, like I said this morning, because I was over here asleep, the live that you did today, all of it is being reported. Every time you make a live to me, especially threatening to call CPS on me, is being reported to the FBI every single time. I'm sending the hyperlinks. I'm saving the links. I've been saving links out. And then not to mention the evidence that youtube.com has gotten. You realize how many of your links I have sent? Do you realize how many FBI reports I have made against that sector alone? Or are you really this crazy? I have asked you repeatedly to leave me alone. Trust me. And you know what? I'm going to tell you something. You think that the police don't already know what's going on? Huh? You think that the police don't already know what's going on? You think that DFAX doesn't already know, CPS doesn't already know what's going on? It's been documented so many times. You will perish. And you threaten my children once again. Once again, you threaten my children because you don't know how to do the internet. You are threatening an innocent mother and threatening the lives of her children. So, for attention, just like when you sent your girlfriend over to my house to threaten me for attention, you are threatening my family for attention. You idiot. I hope you go to jail. I hope they keep you in there for the rest of your sad, miserable life. You are disgusting. You actually had somebody come to my house to threaten to shoot my house for YouTube attention. You are disgusting. No, that ain't no tears. Trust me, ain't no tears over here. Ain't no tears over here, troll. Watch yourself. I'm letting you know. I am letting you know right now. Right now. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. You tried to take away my right. And I don't know why you targeted me. You tried to take away my right to utilize this website as well as other websites to advertise my company. So trust me, I'm not worried about you. I'm not worried about another false defects report. But you know what? It has been duly noted that you just threatened my children again because you don't have any content for the internet. How sad and pathetic of you to do that. How sad and pathetic for you to stalk and terrorize me for years and then say, I'm going to threaten your children, Jamila, because I don't have content other than trolling and stalking you online. Great. You see how that works? So let me get off of here because I just woke up and I'm getting ready to go and make me some coffee. And I'm going to report the live that you just did to the feds. I don't know who you think you are stalking, but you know what? You have not just stalked me on the internet. There's a video floating around the internet of Phoenix threatening me at my house. So this is truly how people go to prison. They commit crimes and don't even realize that they're committing a crime. You are absolutely insane. And you belong in prison, especially you. Especially you. I don't know why you didn't stick to roasting with people that wanted to roast with you. There's plenty of people in that sector that want to go back and forth with you. So yelling and screaming, okay? Yelling and screaming. I'm gonna tell you something. You ain't doing nothing but throwing a temper tantrum. You are. You're throwing a temper tantrum online, which leads me to believe that you really are mentally ill. You really are. And that's not me bullying you. For you to be totally unaware of your actions, for you to literally be disconnected from your own actions and not have any understanding of what you've been doing, especially to me. Especially to me. So, no, you can't. I've never participated in that sector that way. I don't sit around and write songs and record songs and get up every day and call somebody and plot in the black sector. I don't sit up here and do that. So if I get any knocks on my door by defects, any at all, it'll just be more evidence to use against you. And I want people to understand this. I want people to understand this. That sector has consistently called and filed false reports against me randomly. If when they look at the history, there was times when it would literally be nothing going on at my house. I actually had CPS called during a time I would be live doing psychic readings. I would be in my living room. It would be quiet in my house, nothing going on. This happened a bunch of times. I'd be in my living room. Everything in my house would be quiet. All my kids would be upstairs. I would be downstairs. Literally, their call center would be getting hundreds of calls because people like Lamar would be live attacking me and lying on me. There's too much evidence of your sector calling and filing false reports against me. This has been going on since 2015. I have been swatted by that sector. All of this is well documented. All of it is documented. So I don't know what you're talking about. One time, DFAX came by my house and they said, well, we kind of figured that this was going on. We kind of figured that something strange was about this call because there were calls flooding in. You would do a show and then one of the people in the sector would be calling back to back to back to back to back, filing false reports, telling them anything that they thought would make them come to my house. What are you talking about? So I don't care about what you're talking about. I don't care if Phoenix has CPS reports again. In fact, Phoenix can go to jail too because guess what Phoenix did? Phoenix came over here and met up with me, which I believe that Phoenix is associated with one of these witches on here. I saw her in a video years ago. Phoenix went into that sector specifically to stalk me, is what Phoenix did. Amanda went into that sector strictly and specifically to stalk me. Is that not a fact? That's a fact. And all I did was unfriended her. That's all I did was unfriended Amanda. And she decided to go and hook up with you just so that she could stalk me. Well, guess what, Amanda? You got CPS called to your house? Guess how many times CPS has been to my house? Huh? Guess how many times CPS has been to my house? Over 60 times because of that sector. Over 60 times. Guess how many times the police have been to my house because of that sector? Phoenix, Amanda. Over 10 times in the past 10 years, I've been swatted. So I don't feel sorry for you. I don't. I don't feel sorry for you and what happened to you at all because guess what? I had to endure 60 investigations. 60. You know how many times I've had to you know how many times I've had to hear perverted and sexual reports. You know that they had to literally when Jacob was like around 4 years old, I had to take Jacob's clothes off to prove that he didn't have any bruises. Cause I don't hit my kids. I don't hit any kids. You know how it feels to have somebody that you don't know have to give your son a body search because of crazy trolls online? So trust me, I don't care. Let me get rid of this troll because y'all all crazy. A lot of the trolls are insane too. Let me explain something to you. Me coming on here and saying, hey, leave me alone, that's making content for them. Wow, sounds kind of rapey to me. So, me saying, hey, I don't want anything to do with your sector, leave me alone. You're stalking me. Stop harassing me. I'm not interested in your sector. So, me saying no gives you an excuse to make videos to me. And yeah, I have responded to the things that y'all have said about me. But you know why I've responded? I've responded because in the meantime, you have been spreading rumors to try to make me look like an immoral person. So I have a right to tell the truth and to speak truth and say, listen, I know why you're doing this to me. So I don't even want to hear it. You tried to ruin my life from behind a computer and you're not able to do it. You will never be able to ruin me and my children's lives. I will fight you to the death. I will fight you up into the bitter end. But guess what? Guess what? All the evidence reflects that I'm telling the truth. And the police have already been The police already know what's going on. They already know what's going on. Trust me, they know that you in that sector are harassing and bullying me. Do you think that anybody is confused about that? Nobody's confused about that. To a criminal, a person coming online saying, hey, leave me alone, that's making content. Right, right. Sure, sure. We know your logic. You don't have any. You don't have any logic. So I gotta go. I gotta go. Keep it up. Keep it up. I'm reporting this live that you just did on Rumble to the police right now. Right now. I'm reporting you right now. I'm reporting everything that you do. And I know that y'all going by some stupid street code too. Uh-huh. Oh, don't snitch. Oh, I'm gonna snitch. I'm gonna keep snitching. And as long as I listen, I have always been of sound mind, body, and spirit. Always, always, always through this whole thing, through this whole entire situation. And I will remain that. So threatening to call defects on me, hun, I don't commit no crimes. I don't abuse or neglect my children. You might as well just talk to the air. You might as well just talk to the air with that. And no, you don't get to come and talk to me, talk about me, because Mike made one or two videos about Phoenix. Just like when Rio made daily videos to Phoenix and me, and me. Rio was literally stalking Phoenix so bad. Hey, I don't even I don't feel sorry for Phoenix because she hooked up with you. She wanted that lifestyle. She wanted that lifestyle. But still, it was Rio that was harassing her. It was Patricia. It was all those people harassing her. Phoenix decides to show up at my house. Do you think that is that my style? Do I talk to Rio? Do I talk to anybody in that sector? Do I ask them to make videos? Do I plot and plan to make videos and to harass people online? No, not ever. I've never done that. So I don't know what you're talking about. You took it out on me. She took it out on me when Rio kept stalking her. So you're not going to take this out on me. You're not going to involve me. I don't have anything to do with it. I got to go. You've had plenty of opportunity, Lamar, to leave me alone. And guess who? Guess who? Guess who kept persuading you to stalk me? The trolls, the people that were giving you money, right? To stalk me. Remember the investors, they kept giving you money because your sector runs based off the principle that if somebody pays you to roast somebody, right? So somebody pays you to roast me, somebody pays you to stalk me, somebody pays you to tell a lie on me, you do it, right? Well, guess what? It's been against the law for you to do that. And I will get justice on what y'all have done. This has been going on since 2014, and I have had it. I have had it. And that's all I got to say. So you made a choice. You made a choice. It's been excessive and it's been every day, and it's over.